Today I wanted to talk about posture. There's this tendency to do exercises to correct posture, and most of the approaches that we do to correct for corrective exercises is to strengthen one group of muscles. Now, if you the body's got several surfaces, front and back, for example. So if the front is too tight and you go like that, so the front is too tight and you curve forward, you got the back muscles. So the approach is to tighten the back muscles so that they both get symmetrical and the person gets erect. Now it will work. So the front is too tight, and if you tighten the back up, you will get that erect posture. But what happens is the skeleton in between gets compressed, so it gets more tight. The person gets more tight. The person gets more rigid, and that compression in the long term has its own problems. So the compression can cause accelerated wear and tear. It can cause compression on the nerves. The nerve roots might not be compressed significantly enough to cause paralysis or pain, but in the long term, it can cause problems. So I used to ask people to tighten muscles on one side, strengthen muscles on the other side. I used to do that, but I've found that it's not the best method. In the short term it works very well, but in the long term it's probably not a good idea. So posture needs to be corrected automatically. Now when I say automatically, it needs to be natural. So let's think about posture for a minute. So posture is the attitude your body takes based on what inputs it receives from its surroundings and from itself. Now, the three main inputs that the posture needs is one from the eyes. So when you're looking at something, your body determines where the horizon is. It determines where your head is located. So it tries to adjust the head according to what it's seeing. The other input the body receives is from its ears, the vestibular system, where it picks up signals about balance. So that's located in your ears. So different positions of your head gives different inputs to your nervous system, and that's also used to produce your posture. Now the third input is from your skin, from your joints. So the position in which you hold your joints, the position in which you hold your skeleton also indicates to your brain in what position you are. So that's one. And then the third one that I was talking about is the skin. Now you're receiving input from your feet at all times. So if you're used to shoes and you don't give the input that your skin requires, you're not going to have the optimum input that your brain needs. The other way in which skin gives you inputs is when you lie on the floor, when you roll on the floor, when you crawl. So those inputs need not be continuous. You can have them on and off. You can have them on a daily basis. Maybe 10 minutes of movement practice that incorporates all of these things: your vision, your balance, input through your skin, various positions in your joints, which is the fourth part. So you need a movement practice that provides these inputs on a frequent basis, and these inputs will then be taken up by your brain, put together, and it will give you a better posture in a natural manner. You won't need to work on it like you work in the gym. So my thought process has moved towards suggesting exercises that are more quadruped, so crawling or hanging, for example. So this is another input. So when you're trying to hang onto something, so I have to jump, grab onto it, and hang onto it. Now I'm getting input from the skin of my palms. I'm getting input from the rest of my body getting pulled down by gravity. I am getting input from my muscles working hard, a different position of my head because I'm looking upwards. So all of this is a different kind of input that you're not used to on a daily basis. So this is the kind of stuff I've gravitated to. Or for example, crawling. So when you're on the floor and you're moving on all fours, so you're getting inputs in different ways. Your joints are in lots of different positions. Your head is in a different position. You're having to turn and look, and your vestibular system is getting a different input. Your palms are getting a different input, and it has to be combined with the input that you're getting from your feet. So if you add crawling, I'm not going to crawl here, it's too dirty. If you start rolling on the floor, again, not going to do it. So this is the kind of movement practice that I think will be successful in the long term to improve posture. You can do specific postural correction exercises, stretching, strengthening, all of that is fine, but you also need to start doing stuff like this. So you need to start spending more time in the wild. You need to get barefoot. You need to start looking at the horizon. You need to get outdoors. You need to start climbing, so that your head looks around and you get different vestibular inputs. You need to start crawling so that you get inputs from other parts of your body, not just your feet. So that was in summary. So hopefully this is just an introduction. So I'll start putting up exercises that show us how to do this. Thanks.